Hi guys, it's Hayden Crawford here from the Dreamtime Academy, and welcome to today's live colour numerology readings for Starseeds. Now, I do this every single week between 9 and 10 Western Standard Time, and it really is giving you the opportunity to learn a little bit more about who you are at a soul level, your personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, and the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. So this is something that I offer to all of my YouTube subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed already, please click the bell for future notifications so you get notifications of this event. Now, it's not the only sequence of free insights that I offer on a Thursday between 9 and 10. I also do some colour mirrors readings as well for you to be able to start understanding what your higher self is trying to say to you, and also your angels and guides. As well as your subconscious mind as well. So yeah, that's on a Thursday, and on a Tuesday it's the live Starseed Awakening insights as well. It gives you the opportunity to be able to understand a little bit more about what's happening on the planet at the moment and trying to align to the new Earth matrix. But today, actually, we are doing some numerology readings. So what I'd like you to do is please leave your date of birth in the comments section below, or at the side, and then just make sure that you are clear with whether you were born in January, February, March, April, May, etc., etc. So please put it in there as like the 3rd of March or the 5th of September, and then the year as well, and not sort of as in numerical form, because obviously America has it around the other way, so I might do it wrong. Excellent. So hopefully that's got things nice and clear for you today. We've got Rosiel here who's joined us today. Stephanie Milligan's here, and Rosiel says that she's the 18th of February 1962. So I'm going to start with you, Rosiel, today, and let's have a look and see what comes up for you today. Excellent. So Rosiel, whereabouts in the world are you? Oh, from southeast Queensland. Fantastic. So where's that then? Is that up by Byron Bay? Is it, or are you up further than that? Whereabouts are you? I went to the Daintree rainforest quite a few years ago, and the Great Barrier Reef, and absolutely loved Queensland as well. It was beautiful. So you're the good morning, Hayley. It's nice to see you here. How are you? Excellent. So you got 18th of Feb 62. All right, so 18th of the 2nd, 1962. Brilliant. So if you're here today, please introduce yourself and let me know whereabouts in the world that you are, and a little bit more about yourself as well, how your week's gone so far. Obviously it's Friday now, isn't it, for most of us? What your plans for the weekend? How are you going to spend your time keeping your vibe high this weekend? Excellent. So we've got 2 1s, 2 2s. We've got a 9, an 8, a 6 as well. All right, brilliant. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just drawing out Rosiel's. There you go. As you can see, I'm just drawing out her birth chart, and this is based around her date of birth, which is the 18th of the 2nd, 1962. So what you can see there, it draws out the numbers. It's very much like playing noughts and crosses, but with numbers. So we're looking for any diagonal lines, we're looking for any vertical lines, we're looking for any horizontal lines, because they're what's called the arrows of your arrows of individuality. Okay. Then we're also looking for patterns with the numbers as well. So what we can see with Rosiel's is she's got 2 2s. She's also got 2 1s, 1 8, a 6, and a 9. Okay, so all this gives me information about her personality, her strengths and weaknesses, her soul purpose and direction, and also about the best times for her to be able to start new projects and ventures. So we've got Dana Tack here as well. So Dana, whereabouts are you, Dana? And Kayana as well. Hiya, Kayana. Hope you're well today as well. Excellent, fantastic. So I've got a few of you in the Dreamtime Healing Room today to enjoy today's session. So we'll have some fun this morning and see if I can give you as many insights as possible. Excellent. Okay, so Rosiel, you were born on the 18th. So your day number is a 9. So in the color mirrors system, the number 9 is this bottle here, which is red over orange. So it's Mars, which is fire energy. All right. So this is a very wise number, actually, because 9 actually carries the weight and the wisdom of all the numbers that go before it. So what you find with a lot of people that have a day number 9, bearing in mind that the 9 is, the day number is actually your second biggest influence in your birth chart. Your biggest influence is your ruling number, which we'll work out in just a second. But this is a secondary influence for you. So it's about, making sure that you speak about how you feel instead of holding on to it, because when you repress your feelings, you might find that that it can result in anger. Also, if we look at the 18 in the color mirrors system, it's actually represented by a bottle called spiritual and material conflict. And I'll just bring that one down for you, just so you can see. It's a lot of red energy in your day number. Okay, so this is red over rose pink, and this one's red over orange. So that's actually called spiritual and material conflict. So people on the 18th may find it difficult, sort of being able to kind of incorporate their spiritual work into their sort of corporate life. So it's almost like they feel sometimes that they can't do their spiritual work on the planet because they might not be able to survive doing it and make enough money doing it. So this is what comes in, but there's a lot of sensitivity that comes around the 9 as well. They've got a great sense of responsibility and very idealistic as well, but very ambitious too. So yes, I'd look at that. I would look at your beliefs around whether or not you are, sort of capable of doing your soul work on this planet and surviving through that, rather than, having to sort of have a corporate role alongside it as well. Now you've got what's called the Arrow of Skepticism, Rosiel. Now this is called, it's called the Arrow of the Inquirer, but otherwise known as the Arrow of Skepticism. And that's the arrow that goes diagonally across there like that. Okay, and this means that you have to do your own research. You've got to go through your own investigations when you are introduced to new concepts and ventures, because you can't kind of take things at face value. So, you're almost a little bit sort of skeptical about, anything that can't be scientifically proven until you've found your own proof. But you have to go through that processing and investigation yourself. And once you do, you can become an avid convert, and then you will share that wisdom to everybody else. You're very independent. You actually love the home, and you're very creative as well. And you're very intuitive. You're very sensitive. So you actually probably are very attuned to animals or old people or children. And actually your intuition is quite enhanced. So you've got a large feminine aspect. That's your number 2s in there, these 2 2s. The 2 is your feminine aspect, and the 1s are your masculine aspect. Now, your actual communication skills are very strong. So you're a very good listener, as being a very good talker. But I feel like you are very sensitive. You are somebody that is quite a sensitive person. Now, you're a 9, 10, 16, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 9, 28, 29. So you're a ruling number 11. So you've actually got very spiritual kind of governing numbers, as it were, within your numerology, Rosiel. Now, this is duality, bottle number 11. In the color mirrors system, and it's deep magenta over clear, so it looks like black and white. So it's about, 11 is the master number. So the 11's life purpose is to guide humanity forward in one way, shape, or form into the golden age of Aquarius. So you might be here to kind of help raise the vibe. There's a lot of wisdom obviously coming through from your day number Mars energy. All right, so this is this one here, and then you've got your duality as well. So actually you need to do a lot of work on yourself as well, shine a light into your shadows. And obviously, you might go through, shock, abuse, or trauma in your life and get affected by that. And if you suppress it, then it's going to influence you. So you have to deal with your own stuff to then kind of lead other people on and follow the path of the master. The 11 is also linked to the ascension as well. So, when you have those 2 numbers, there's a lot of wisdom there that needs to be shared, Rosiel. So if you're not already working in the spiritual field, then I would thoroughly recommend you start looking at it, because you're far more suited to celestial and the arts rather than the corporate world. So so it's north of Brisbane on the Sunshine Coast. Excellent. Hello, One Love, and Moigan as well. Nice to see you. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And Kayana, she's in Perth. Fantastic. Excellent. Brilliant, Kayana. Lovely. Fantastic. So there's a lot of you here that are in Australia. So fantastic. It's nice for you to support the work that I'm doing. I really appreciate that. Don't forget as well, if you are at a loose end this Sunday, I'm running a level 1 numerology via Zoom tutorial. Tickets are selling fast actually now. It's only 99 Australian dollars to join, and it's from 10 until 3 in the afternoon. So it's where you can learn how to do what I'm doing now, where you can actually learn the the you know, the purpose of numbers and how it relates to our personality, blueprint and soul purpose, etc., etc. So you can do readings like this yourself. By the end of it, you get a certificate of achievement as well. I get you to do 3 case studies, and you come back and I'll send you a certificate of achievement. It gives you another modality that you can put in your toolbox, okay, and it can enhance your business further. Excellent. We've got Cosmic Gypsies here now. Tree from Pennsylvania. We've got Rebecca Nolan. Hello. Thanks for doing this. You're welcome, Rebecca Nolan. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. So lovely group of you in here today. Lovely Stephanie's here as well. So fantastic. Tell me how you're feeling. Leave it in the comments section. Let me know what's going on for you, how you're feeling, and what you're up to this weekend as well. And big hugs back to you, Cosmic Gypsy. So Rosiel, did that make sense for you? If you leave a few comments, let me know if this makes sense to you. Do you like your colors as well, your color influences? Because if you do, then always recommended that you bathe in your color, because when you bathe in your color, it helps you integrate the lessons of this lifetime, and it clears any patterns that might be affecting you negatively from your cellular memory. These are beautiful, all organic, beautiful products that are made by a color alchemist in South Africa called Melissa Jolly. Now then, we're going to go on to the next one. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm just going to have a quick look at your personal year cycle as well, Rosiel. So you're in a 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15. So you're in a 6. So this is a year for actually spending time being creative at home for you. Try not to live in worry or anxiety. If you're living negatively, it can manifest as worry, because obviously the opposite of creativity is destruction. So you might want to reinvent yourself, the way that you look this year, or you might even be tempted to sort of change your home around and do a bit of redecorating in the house this year. But it's a lot of it is there you go. So Rosia says, wow, amazing and very accurate. I'm definitely a searcher of independent information, and red is sometimes challenging to me. Well, there you go. Sometimes the colors that challenge us are the ones that we need the most. And being a starseed like you are as well, Rosiel, it's very likely you need that red energy to keep you grounded, because a lot of the ruling 11s, if we look at her chart, you can see that on her physical plane, which is the 1, 4, and 7, she's only got 2 numbers. She's got 2 numbers which relate to her masculine and her communication, but she hasn't got any grounding, and her 7's missing as well. So obviously there is a bit of work to do on grounding there for you, Rosiel, because you are a very expressive, creative, and spiritual lady. So the colors are chosen, well, they're not chosen as such. They are aligned to your ruling number and your day number based around your date of birth. So what I'd like you guys to do is just put your date of birth in the comments section. And what we can do is have a look at your personality blueprint and bring out your colors from that. So nice and simple. Excellent, Rosiel. There you go. She's currently working on grounding. Fantastic. And how do you go about that, Rosiel? What do you do normally? I'm just going to grab my blackboard rubber. Ugh, there it is. So I was just missing that. I'll put it in my top drawer. Right, who are we going to do next then? Who wants to go next? I'll tell you what we'll do to keep it nice and fair. I'll do Tree, actually. I'll have a look at Tree, since Tree was asking. And I'll try and get through as many of you as I can this morning. We're going until 10 o'clock, so that's cool. So we've got a nice an extra 45 minutes. And anyone who doesn't get a reading today, for any reason whatsoever, I do offer personalised numerology reports for only 39 Australian dollars as well, which tell you all about you, who you are at a soul level. You know, it looks at your birth chart, your name chart, compares the two, and it even looks at your starseed origins as well, and all of your color influences as well with color mirrors. Okay, so you can start understanding how to rebalance your charts, okay, so that you can become the best version of yourself, and so you can feel more happiness, fulfillment, and joy. So it's a really beautiful way of rebalancing gently without any pharmaceutical drugs. All right. Excellent. Thank you for determining the colors. Yeah. So the numbers determine the colors. Yes. In this case, they do. Absolutely, Tree. Okay. Now, Tree, you're are you the 16th of the 10th? So you must be so that's the same birthday as me. So I'm October the 16th. So you're the 16th of the 10th, 1979. Okay, brilliant. All right, so that's an interesting one, because what we're doing is we're actually looking at a date of birth which is the same day as me, October the 16th. And interestingly, my husband is also on the 16th of October as well, so it's quite a significant date. There you go. I live in the same suburb as you, Hayden. I am loving being slowed down, but really struggling with my energy levels and being motivated to do anything, being stuck in a rut. Hayley, well, there you go. Maybe you should book a session and we can have a look at why you're in resistance there. It might be just a little bit of rebalancing that needs to take place, Hayley. So yeah, absolutely. All right, excellent. So let's have a look. So we're doing Tree at the moment. So Tree, that's a cool name. Is that your real name? Or is that like your YouTube name, Tree? Do let me know. All right, so Tree, we got 1, 2, 3. We got the 6. We got two 9s and a 7. Right, actually, your chart's very, very similar in a lot of respects to my husband's, because you've got the same arrow of hypersensitivity. So I understand this birth chart exceptionally well. And okay, so this is what it looks like. So can you see there? You've got the numbers transferred from there, the date of birth, Tree's date of birth, into the birth chart. So what you can see with Tree, there's no numbers on the emotional. Remember, this is the physical and this is the mental. Mental numbers are 3, 6, and 9. Emotional numbers are 2, and physical numbers are 1, 4, and 7. So there's no numbers there on your emotional plane. Now, this doesn't mean to say that you're not emotional, Tree. Of course you are, but you've got a weak soul protection. So it's called the arrow of hypersensitivity. So you actually get easily hurt. So what can happen is that you can actually become a bit of a hermit. So you can actually withdraw and avoid confrontation, because obviously being a Libran as well, you like balance and harmony, right? You're probably the diplomat in the family, the one who's always having to sort everybody else's stuff out. But then obviously, you know, sometimes you end up, being caught in the middle of it all. So for you, you know, you might be inclined to sort of retreat back. 3-1 people who've got 3 1s in their birth chart, distinct types there. There's the ones that don't know when to shut up, a bit like myself, but I do need my quiet time as well. So the other type are the people that actually are a little bit sort of quiet. They're the shrinking violets, the ones that struggle with verbal self-communication. So you're either one or the other usually, but with me, like I play out both aspects from time to time, depending on how I'm feeling. But for you, you know, the work to do is to open your heart tree, okay? So because there's nothing going on the emotional, it depends on what your name and how your name balances your chart. Because your living name, which is the name that you like to go by, not necessarily your birth name, also carries vibrational influences. And say, for example, if your name carries a vibration of the number 2, 5, and 8, it will help to rebalance your birth chart. Do you understand? But if it doesn't, if it's got that same arrow in your name, then it creates more of a deficiency. So actually what we do is we suggest pink or green energy as a very, very useful energy vibration, which is the color of the heart, because we need to put the influence of the 5 in there and also start helping you to develop your own intuition. So the 16 is an interesting number as well. So we look at your day number, which is a 16. Now, the 16 is a karmic number. Okay, and in the color mirror system, it's actually this color combination here. So sometimes it means that you're gay as well. So obviously both Mark and I, we've got this one. The lilac and olive color combination here is often, you know, sort of aligned to people who struggle with their sexuality, but it's also connected with the Tower of Destruction. In traditional tarot, 16 is the Tower card. And it means that sometimes there'll be moments in your life where things will break down around you. Everything will break down, and you know, you have to then reinvent yourself, or, you know, move. I mean, I can't count the amount of times in the 20 years me and my husband have been together, how many times we've moved house, because we just keep on sort of like going through processes of having to let go of everything and then reinvent and things like that. So it's quite an interesting one. It's the Tower experience, but it is a destruction for consequent clarification. And actually, when you add the 16 together, the 1 and the 6, it creates the 7, which is the spiritual teacher. So it's Neptune in the color mirror system, bottle number 7. And 7 is turquoise energy. Turquoise is Atlantean wisdom, and it's Aquarian energy as well. It's the wisdom of the whales and dolphins. And actually, this is somebody who likes to learn through their own experience. So Tree, you like to learn through your own experience. There you go. Tree says, I've never lived anywhere longer than 5 years. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So, this is the thing. This is that you have to learn through your own experience so you can then pass that information on to other people. And being a sensitive Libran, you'd make a good trainer, a good teacher, utilize and harness the powers of your numerology within your life experience. And that's when you fall into, bliss and joy and fulfillment, because actually you're doing the work that you came here to do instead of going against the grain and getting a normal day job, which actually in a lot of cases doesn't serve anyone. Now, your ruling number is a 9, 10, 19, 26, 27, 28, 29, 34. So you're a ruling number 7 as well. Okay, and you actually are the whale. So I knew I had to say that for you. So tree, this is your bottle. This is the whale bottle. Okay, it's number 34. So you're a 34-7. All right, the whale is beautiful turquoise over royal blue. This is the wisdom of the whales. Okay, so this is like you always overcome your difficulties, but you're here to teach. All right, so you're a teacher, you're a trainer. That's what you're here to do. So I don't know if you do that in life or whether you feel compelled to do it, but yeah, it's you have to learn through your own experience. No one can tell you how to live your life, but you've got the access to the wisdom of the whales and dolphins. Sometimes it means that you may have spent time during Atlantis. I would even put you down, aligned to the Syrian energy, or even the Pleiades as well. So there's some really beautiful, even Lemurian energy that surrounds you. This gorgeous Libran energy. But you've also got the 2 9s, you see. So the 2 9s is the humanitarian. This is in your chart. Okay, so you see these 2 9s here. This is your very idealistic. You're very ambitious as well, and you've got a great sense of responsibility, but home and family are very important. Now, do you see the way tree has an isolated 7 down here? Yeah, this 7 here, which is isolated. When I say isolated, it's because it doesn't have any numbers around it. It means that sacrifice comes up for you several times in your life, but usually within either love, health, or finances, one of those things. But that same old pattern, that karmic pattern, keeps on repeating itself until you've learned the lesson. And then, once the penny's dropped, you can kind of move forward and let it go, and it doesn't have to keep on reoccurring in your life. So it'll be one of those 3 things: love, health, or finances. You'll know which one it is. There you go, Tree. So absolutely, it is amazing. The thing about numerology, it is a very accurate science. And the one that I teach, which is this one here, it's called Pythagorean Numerology. And a lot of the time we use it as a tool within our wellness businesses to be able to fully understand somebody mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically in a snapshot. So it's the very first point of call that I use to be able to connect to my clients, to understand them and see where they need to be rebalanced, if you know what I mean. And then we can use colors, flower essences, we can use beautiful energy remedies to be able to help that person to rebalance and almost cure those missing ailments, such as, in your case, Tree, is that arrow of hypersensitivity, which just means that you get very easily hurt. Excellent. So Cosmic Gypsy says, excellent, fantastic, lovely, brilliant. I'm going to go on to the next person then. Oh, before I do that, I'll just work out your personal year cycle. So you're in a 4, 5, 6, 6 and 6 is 12. You're in a 3 this year. So we all travel in 9-year cycles, okay? Everybody does, each individual, as well as, the universe. Now, when you get to a 3, it's Jupiter energy, which is coral over coral. So for you, it's a great year for learning new things this year, Tree. So, your mind and your memory will be stimulated. Your imagination will be in full force, and you'll actually be able to retain information that you learn. So, a lot of personal development is very good for you this year. And you might find that your mind is stimulated. You might be thinking a lot more clearly, and your mind might be a lot more active than it is during other parts of your cycle. All right. Hi, Popham. It's lovely to see you here. How are you today? Excellent. All right, so we're going to move on to the next person. If you let me know, did that make sense to you, Tree? If you leave a few comments in the section box there, I'll if you let everybody know how much that resonated with you today. Now, remember, these are just insights, okay? These are just very small insights. If you want a proper personalized report done, then I offer those for only $39 for all of my YouTube subscribers during COVID-19. 19 only, so it's for a limited time. It's just during the lockdown. And yeah, so we're getting, you know, hundreds of reports generated, which we actually handwrite as well. So they're not computer generated. It's not like we press a button and then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. No, these, you know, these are constructed to look at every aspect of your birth chart and name chart, plus, you know, those beautiful starseed characteristics as well, like where your soul may have originated from. So really, really intricate and personalized reports there. Excellent. So apart from great love and light, everyone, Laura Morton's here as well. And Tree says absolutely resonated. Dana, we're coming to you now. Dana Tack, the 7th of December 1964. Dana, right. Well, I think it's Dana. It might be Dana, whichever one it is. So the 7th of the 12th, 1964. Lovely. All right, brilliant. So is that definitely the 7th of the 12th? It is, yeah. Lovely. Okay, brilliant. Excellent. So what we're doing again is we're just transferring her numbers onto her birth chart. Okay, and let's take a look how this is. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, and this is an interesting one to compare. All right, so can you see that? All right, so Dana, born on the 7th of December 1964, has got all of her numbers there. Can you see that on her physical plane, the 1, 4, and 7? So this is called the Arrow of Practicality. So actually, Dana, you like to have, you know, active participation in your life. You're a doing person. All right, so you like to do things. You're practical. You're probably very good with your hands as well. You're also, you know, you're very intuitive. Now, like most women, you almost get a surrogate two as alongside any twos that are present within your birth chart, because women are naturally more intuitive than men, believe it or not. So what happens is that you've actually got very reliable intuition, because what we're looking for in a birth chart is for somebody to have 2 2s as the ideal. All right, so I know you've got 1, but you've got kind of a surrogate because you're a woman. So you get the, you know, the influence of the 2 2s, which means exceptionally reliable impressions. So you can trust your intuition. It won't let you down. All right, so it's Dana. Okay, excellent. So there we go. And then we also see, you know, she likes the home and family. She's actually quite creative, and I feel like Dana, you can express your creativity through your hands in some way. So again, you've got the influence as well of the 7, which is that Neptunian energy that we were talking about before. And with Tree, remember the 7, the influence of the 7? This is Neptune. Neptune's the Roman god of the sea. And Neptune is Poseidon, in other words, you know, so is the king of Atlantis. This is the bottle here. This is beautiful wisdom of the 7, which is the mysteries, miracles, faith, illusions, magic. It's all of that beautiful turquoise upper heart chakra energy. This is about compassion and caring, but learning through your own experience. So you are somebody, Dana, that, you know, you can't be told what to do. You've got to do things your own way. You are also somebody who's got a 9, 10, 22, 23, 30. All right, so we're ruling number 3. So I'll show you what that looks like. So the 3 again is that Jupiter energy coming back in. Now, Jupiter in the color mirrors system is represented by this bottle here, which is the new Christ ray colors. It's love and joy, unconditional love and unconditional joy coming together. Yellow and pink creates coral. So it creates an expansion. But for a lot of ruling 3s, they have to stand up in the world and say, this is who I am. So that sometimes they can suffer from a little bit of low self-esteem, low self-confidence, self-doubt can creep in. So you have to look at your beliefs about yourself and learn to love all aspects of yourself. Sometimes as well with this, there is a little bit of a martyrdom energy that can come in when living negatively. So you have to push beyond the realms of the martyr and realize that you are the power in your own life and you are divine, so that you can carry on with your life work, no problems at all. The other thing about the 3 is they're quite whimsical. They get inspired by lyrics, poetry, music, and anything that's kind of imagination related or analytical. Okay, because the 3 is kind of related to the left brain, and the left brain likes to analyze. So it is a mind number. So remember that you've got the influence, you know, a big influence on the mental plane. You need to bring your awareness down into your heart, because you do lack the 5 in your birth date, which is the center of your emotion. Okay. Excellent. So Hayley says, I highly recommend the personalized report. I received mine this week and it was very accurate and insightful. Well, thank you so much for saying that, Hayley. I really appreciate it. I'm absolutely delighted that you enjoyed reading it. Absolutely over the moon. And we absolutely love creating the reports as well, because we go into a lot of detail and a lot of time. It takes us around about 2 hours to create each report. So you know, they do take a lot of time, but we want to make sure that they're accurate and that you have a lot of insights as well. And of course, you know, when you go on from that, you know, you can then try bathing in the color mirrors as well and start rebalancing your energy so you can start feeling more energized, feeling good and feeling really positive. Excellent. So there we go. So that was Dana. Dana, you're in a year cycle 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 is 14. You're in a 5 this year. Okay, so when you get to a 5, it's like this year you want to go outside of the box. It's Mercury energy, which is green over green. Okay, it's this beautiful bottle here, if you can see that clearly. All right, so Mercury doesn't want to feel restricted. It wants freedom. So this year for you, it's all about freedom, but it's also about, you might be feeling things more intensely this year. So, you know, try and, you know, calm yourself down with some meditation, some chamomile tea, you know, breathing, meditating, and things like that are really good. Or you might want to express this this sense of freedom through your verbal self-expression or through creativity. So that's what I would suggest, Dana, this year. Okay. Perfect. Brilliant. So leave a few comments and let me know what you thought of that. Did that resonate with you? That makes sense. And I'd be really interested to find out how you felt about that. So who are we going to do next? Next one. Okay, so who would like to go next? Actually, the very next person that puts their date of birth in the comment section will get the next reading. Okay, we'll make it nice and fair, so it doesn't seem like I'm prejudiced in any way. Now, make sure if you haven't liked my or subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that, because you get lots of bonuses with Dreamtime Academy by being a subscriber on my YouTube channel. Lots of discounts and stuff like that. So, you know, once you're subscribed, you will be entitled to all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we've got Joanna. Well, you were the first one. Joanna Yordanova. Fantastic. Where are you from, Jordana? That's a very, oh, she's taken her date of birth out there, so I can't look at that now. Okay, so we'll have a Kayana. Okay, so Puffin says, Hayley, please can you tell me if your report is specified starseed origin, soul family, if they're also here on Earth? Thank you so much. Brilliant. That's a really great question. Excellent. All right, so we're going to go to you, Kayana. Kayana was born, now you are the 18th of November 1973. Okay. 18th of November. No, you're not. You are, sorry, I was looking at Rebecca Nolan's then. The 30th of the 5th, 81. The 30th of the 5th, 1981. Okay. Brilliant. All right. There we go. Brilliant. So we've got the 1, 2, we've got the 3, we've got the 5, we've got the 9, the 8, and the 1. I think that's all of them. Yeah. Okay, there you go. So we're doing Kayana at the moment. Kayana there, 30th of the 5th, 1981. Now what you can see straight away, she's got this arrow of individuality which goes up through the center, and this is called the arrow of determination. So for you, Kayana, you are very determined and persistent to achieve your goals once you've set one for yourself. So you've got this beautiful energy that can carry you forward and give you that sort of grit and determination to actually achieve anything that you put your mind to. You're a day number 3 person as well. So your day number influence, which is derived from the day you actually were born onto the planet, which was the 30th, is the 3 energy again. So the 3 is this Jupiter energy coming in. You know, you're inspired by music, lyrics. You know, you're very whimsical in your approach to life, and you've got far more important things to do with your life purpose than just to get a normal humdrum day job. It's not really what you're here to do. You're somebody who has this gorgeous energy that can really bring about lots of joy, fun, and laughter for people around you, because it's a very light-hearted, free-spirited number as well. And it's also got a beautiful energy of you know, really learning to accept yourself and stand up in the world and say who you are. But you might feel this self-doubt and low self-esteem that can creep in as well. Remember, the 3 is a mind number. Your imagination is emphasized, and your memory as well can get stimulated through this vibration of the number 3. You are very independent. You're somebody who, you know, is very organized. And I feel that as well with the 8 energy that you've got is you're also very nurturing towards other people. So I feel that you know, that you've got this beautiful energy that it would make a good manager. You know, you'd be able to look after people and make sure that they're all right. Now, your verbal communication skill is very good. So it's perfectly balanced. You're a brilliant communicator. So you're able to, you know, really hold your own in a conversation, but you're able to listen to the point of view of other people around you as well. So it's a really nice balance. You're a 9, 10, 18, 19. 24, 25, 26, 27. So you're ruling number 9. So like myself, I'm a ruling 9 as well. Okay, so this is your number, your color influence, which is a wise old sage. It's the healer. It's the spiritual teacher, you know, to a lot of extent, but also the psychotherapist or the counselor, somebody who is a humanitarian on the planet. So a lot of the time, the 9s might go into religious disciplines, or they might go into the nursing or looking after people or being of service to the planet in some way. So remember, there's a great sense of responsibility and idealism that comes around the number 9. And Mars energy is very fiery. It's very active. It's got lots of passion, and it wants to achieve. It's very ambitious. So this beautiful 9 energy with the 3 energy, it brings in loads of fire to help you along your way, which is a lot of these. Can you see these colors? Look, you've got all the red colors there. You know, you've got all these beautiful shades of red that are there, very dynamic aspects of your personality. And they're both mind numbers as well. The 9 and the 3 are both mind numbers. So you know, you've got a very active mind. You are somebody that thinks, you know, you sit on the mental plane, you use your mind to create your reality. And actually your heart energy is very strong as well. So I feel like there's a good balance, but I feel like you do possibly need a little bit of grounding from time to time as well, because you only have the 2 ones on your physical plane. Okay, there you go. Fantastic. Okay, lovely, brilliant. There you go. So yeah, so that's that. Now I'm just going to look at your personal year cycle. You're in a 4, which is a 9, 10, 11, 12. So you're in a 3 as well this year. So again, more mind energy coming in for you this year. So in your cycle, you're in a 3. So again, it's about personal development. It's about stimulating your mind. It's about making sure that you are focusing on the things that you want to know more about and creating that expansion. Because remember, Jupiter, which is that coral energy, is the largest planet in the solar system. So it's there to grow and expand. It wants this expansion. Okay, so let me know if that made sense for you, Kayana. And you know, do you relate to your colors, and do you like your colors? Do you like the numbers that are associated with your colors? And it's a beautiful, strong, very dynamic energy there. But for you, you've really got to make sure that you say things that need to be said at the time, instead of suppressing them, holding on to them and getting angry or frustrated. Okay, because that's when an imbalance can occur for you. Okay, so just really make sure you're expressing yourself. Okay, brilliant. Cosmic Gypsy. Right, we're going to go to you next. Cosmic Gypsy. Excellent. Lovely. So Cosmic Gypsy is the 30th of the 3rd, 1959. Excellent. You're welcome, Cosmic Gypsy. Right, so we're looking at you now. We've got the 2 9s, we've got the 5, we've got 2 3s, and a 1. Excellent. All right, brilliant. There you go. So this is what Cosmic Gypsy, this, you can see here you've got like 4 numbers on the mental plane as well. So again, you're somebody with a very active mind. So Kayana says, that's amazing. It's exactly me. So interesting. I love any pinks and corals, but don't like red. Well, there you go. It's interesting. So pink really is red energy, which has been infused with light. All right, so actually pink energy is an amplified red. So sometimes pink energy can, relate to the mother energy, and and if you don't like the color red, sometimes it's about, okay, your survival on the planet. Are you grounded? Are you able to? Do you feel like you can survive? Do you have a scarcity belief, or do you have any issues with your biological mother? Those sorts of things, those sorts of questions come in. Okay, and sometimes when living negatively, the pink energy can also relate to the victim as well. So, it's about making sure that you don't fall into the role of the victim and empower yourself to be able to become your own alchemist and consciously create your own reality. So, so again, just going back to Cosmic Gypsy, you're very determined as well. You've got the same arrow as Kayana. You've got this very, very, very strong sense of persistence to get things done, all right, in your life. You've also got a very, very vivid imagination. So it's exceptionally sharp, and your memory is good as well. Sometimes it can lead to a little bit of paranoia because your memory can run away with you. So just don't allow your mind to sort of conjure up things that aren't there. You might be good to develop your intuition a little bit there, Cosmic Gypsy, because the 2 is missing from your date of birth. But remember, you could get that influence coming through from your name chart, which could help to rebalance your chart. And that's why we're only really doing small insights today. It doesn't give you the whole picture. When you see the whole picture from your name and from your date of birth and from your, all of the color influences, you can really start understanding what's going on for you, okay? Because we have to look at your soul urge number, which is derived from the vowels in your name, and also your outer expression number, which is the way you're perceived by the outside world from your outer expression number. Okay, so we've got all of these influences that need to be harnessed. Your total name number, which is equivalent to your ruling number as well, and your color personality as well, which brings in another influence, another layer of information. We also have to look at the degree in which your sun sign is in, and then we look at which planetary systems it's likely that your soul originated from. And then we can look at the personality traits of those star seeds and start bringing in that dynamic as well. So it's fascinating. It's a very fascinating subject. And if you want to learn, start learning about numerology, then, please feel free to either, because I've got an online, it's a self-paced course for only $19.95 for all of my YouTube subscribers. So it's a special that's on at the moment during COVID as well. So if you're really fascinated by this, you can, get access to my wellness portal. It's video tutorials and ebooks, and then you just self-pace and you can go through each of the numbers, understand and learn about them, and start to know how you can do charts yourself so that you can actually start impressing your friends and family. It's a really good offer, actually. And if you wanted something that's a little bit more interactive, then this Sunday I'm doing the course as well, remember, from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock Western Standard Time. That's going to be incredible in a group Zoom environment as well. So that's priced a little bit more expensive at 99 Australian dollars, but really the amount of information, the amount of learning that you get from that course, it's second to none. It really is. So Dana says, wonderful, I'm definitely hands-on and crave learning experience. My analytical left brain crowds over my whimsical on the whimsical. I anxiously awaiting the end of the year when I can retire and have my freedom. Well, I sincerely hope that you get all of the freedom that your heart desires, Dana, at the end of this year, and if you want to stimulate your mind, remember, you can jump on board and start learning numerology. That'll give you something to think about for sure. Okay, so Zara Holden, hello, I hope you are well. Could you please do mine as well? Absolutely, I can. I will indeed have a look at that. So just going back quickly to Cosmic Gypsy. Our remote view for Navy SEALs. Fantastic. That's awesome. I love that. I did a video on remote viewing recently, and it's such a fascinating and accurate subject. I absolutely love it. So yeah, so Cosmic Gypsy, you've got this beautiful determination, very ambitious. You've got this imagination which you can harness, and this mind which is very, very good, and it brings in that clarity. So it's perfectly aligned, for for this beautiful work that you're doing with remote viewing. Now you've only got one number on your physical plane, that's 1. So there is a restriction for verbal self-expression for you, Cosmic Gypsy. Okay, okay, so sometimes this can create an imbalance within your thyroid gland, which can lead to lack of enthusiasm, or sort of putting weight on and things like that, or just feeling tired. You do know how you feel, so you don't react to emotional situations, you respond well, but sometimes there is a little bit of a restriction around how you communicate your feelings. You're a 9, 10, 19, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. So you're actually a day number and a ruling number 3. Lots of Jupiter energy. It's that Sagittarian, wants expansion, wants to grow. It's about self-acceptance. It's about you harnessing all of your beautiful Christ consciousness on this planet to be able to shine that light into the world. Really loving and accepting all aspects of every part of yourself. This is what Jupiter's all about. So it's a big thing for you. There's lots of 3 influences in your birth chart there. So you're in a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're in a 1 this year. So when we come into the beginning of a new cycle, it's the 1. Okay, so this is a personal year cycle 1, which is the sun energy, which is yellow over yellow. Now the sun is, it shines above us. It makes us feel bright. It makes us feel joy. It makes us laugh. It's about new beginnings. So fresh new energy comes in for you this year. Okay, Cosmic Gypsy, which gives you that sort of push. So actually, you might be moving house. You might be changing your jobs. You might be, doing something new for yourself this year, because this brand new sunny energy comes in. But remember also, yellow in color therapy is about fear. So fear can sit within there. So it's really time that you step into your personal power and start harnessing your I am presence so that you can become the best version of yourself. There you go. So I play music and have a hobby farm for grounding. Fantastic. There you go. So it's perfect. You're very perfectly balanced then. That's wonderful. You're very welcome. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Now let's have a look at Zara. Zara, I like that name, Zara. You don't hear of many Zaras around, do you? Zara with a Z. Okay, Zara. Okay, Zara, you are the 28th of the 2nd. 28th of the 2nd. 2005. Right. Okay. This is a very interesting one to look at as well, because Zara, you've got a lot of 2s. Okay. So 2005, which makes you 15. Okay, brilliant. So we've got the 8 there as well. We've got the 5. Right. Okay. See how interesting this one is. I want you to have a look, and this demonstrates clearly how the new generation, these crystal children and the rainbow children that are coming in now to help raise the vibration of the planet, have very, very different numerology charts to the baby boomers and the Gen X's. All right. So right. Okay. So this is what we can see from here. See, look at those 3 arrows. All right. So look, all of her numbers are on the emotional plane, or on the soul plane. It's called the soul plane. And there's 3 2. So you're very sensitive. You're very empathic, Zara. You're a proper starseed. So you're like Pleiadian energy. You've got what's called the arrow of hypersensitivity. Sorry, the arrow of emotional balance. So you're actually very well equipped to deal with emotional situations in your life. So you're able to use your heartfelt energy, your intuitive energy, and your independent emotions to be able to rebalance any situation. So even though you might not think so yourself, other people can see that you're able to cope with just about anything that comes your way emotionally. You're very sensitive though, but you also have a balance, and you know how you feel. So that's beautiful as well. So you're an emotional being. You're very independent too. You're actually a leader as well. So you've got the 10 energy that comes in your day number, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which is the goddess Isis, who gave birth to the sun, which is gold over olive. So this is a very soft feminine power that can never be abused. So you've got this beautiful, gentle feminine energy that you can use to lead. This leadership energy that comes in. Now you've also got the arrow of poor memory. So there's no numbers on your mental plane. Now this doesn't mean to say that that you know that you haven't got a mind. It just means that you don't learn in traditional ways. So you're probably better suited to like your Steiner school type of learning modules. But it also means that you've got to work hard at retaining your memory. So you might not retain information as well as other people do. So you might have to look at ways in which you can retain and stimulate your imagination and your memory so that you can harness the powers of your mind. Also, you need to work on developing your creativity and also your wisdom as well. So looking at ways in which you can really stimulate the mind. I mean, at the end of the day, the emotional plane is actually a good place to be, because we all need to start living more within the realm of the heart as we move into the new earth energies, because we need to be compassionate. We need to feel instead of think, and move our way out of the ego. But you see, you've also got no numbers there on your physical plane either. Now, this, there's no 1, there's no 5, and 4, and there's no 7. So this is called the arrow of disorder. So for you, you need to be encouraged to be physical and practical. All right. So there is, sometimes you just, you might find that you sort of more computer related. You want to be on the computer. So you need to use and find ways that you can be a little bit more interactive and doing, rather than than just spending your time sort of floating around on the soul plane, because that might that it won't create balance. So you definitely need some grounding, and you definitely need some stimulation on the mind plane, because obviously with this arrow, it can later on in life, it can lead to being forgetful and things like that. Okay. So the link for the remote viewing video, Kevin, it's I'll send you it afterwards. Okay, I'll send it through to you, and you can have a look through that. But it was such a fascinating concept to actually really investigate and delve into, because once you start understanding how easy it is, we just have to practice, and anybody's capable of doing it. So it's it actually is, it's easier for a lot of people who've got 3s in their numerology, because they've got a very vivid imagination. They can use their mind quite well, but anybody can learn how to do it through a process called controlled remote viewing. Zara, how did that relate to you? Do you feel that you understand what I'm saying? So you're actually you're pretty good with old people, with pets, with animals, those sorts of things. You've got a very good, strong sensitivity towards them. So you've got a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 8 is 19. So you're a 10. You're a 10-day number, and you're a 10 ruling number. Remember what I said about the 10? It's that wheel of fortune. It's that soft feminine leadership power. So you're here to lead, actually, Zara, but you're here to lead humanity forward, and actually to help them to feel, and understand their feelings. You're very adaptable, actually, and you sometimes you prefer to keep a lot of your relationships a little bit superficial, because you don't necessarily want too many people to know what's going on for you emotionally. There you go. So Zara says, I do have a bit of emotions and feel I look like a Palladian. Sorry, my chat wasn't sending. I have chronic migraines I'm trying to work out, and I have to have my head up a bit in the clouds. Absolutely. That's the thing, with your chart, what we can see here is like, the sometimes the head, maybe it just needs, like, I would bring in yellow like energy would be very beneficial for you. So some yellow and even some orange energy to help to rebalance that. Maybe using some citrusy kind of essential oils would help. But also, because your third eye is very open, you got these 3 2s, your pituitary gland might be a bit open, so you might be be beneficial to use some things like angel sword, or some yellow cowslip orchid, or some bush iris. Any one of those 3 remedies will help you to rebalance the pituitary, so it could reduce the headaches, and especially actually the yellow cowslip orchid. I would definitely get some of that. Okay, Zara, I think you'll find that would really help. There you go. I'm very intrigued with starseeds, and have been known for being very creative. I'm also trying to work with crystals. Fantastic. course you are. Well, you're the archetypal crystal child. You've probably got very, sort of large, sort of quite almond-shaped eyes as well. Some very big sort of, sort of otherworldly kind of eyes, and you're probably quite mysterious as well, and probably get a lot of people would be attracted to your energy because it's very good. But you are very well equipped to deal with emotional situations. Okay, you'll have to write it down, absolutely, so you remember. Excellent. Brilliant. So that was a really nice one. I enjoyed doing that one for you. So that you're in a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and 8, 16. You're in a 7-year, Zara. Okay, so 7s can be quite a challenging year, otherwise known as a Mack truck year, because actually sometimes, if we're not living our life on purpose, the year can be very, very challenging, and we could come up against obstacles and difficulties. So there's lessons to be learned and sacrifice that comes in if you're not living your purpose work. So expect the unexpected during a 7-year. Doesn't mean to say you're going to get run down by a Mack truck, but it means that the universe is always there to help and assist, put you back on track to doing the work you're supposed to do. So if you're off track, it will kind of like, if in a 7-year, it'll push you back on track, even if you don't want to. Okay, so we've got Laura Messiah. Laura Messiah, we'll go to you next. Lovely. Nice to see some new faces in the Dreamtime Healing Room today, which is really, really cool. So we've got lovely Laura. Laura, where are you from, Laura? So Zara says, I've had migraines for 7 years. I've been told I need to ground my psychic abilities, which I didn't know I might have. Absolutely. You're very, very intuitive. Remember that. You probably just need to harness that. And if you're light sensitive as well, again, it can cause sinus problems. So, I would definitely recommend some yellow cowslip orchid. I think that would really help. And Parfum, I'll come to you in a sec. All right, lovely. So the 24th of the 7th, 1995. All right then. So Laura in Sydney. Fantastic. Lovely Sydney. Great. So number 7. What I'm doing is I'm just transferring Laura's numbers into her birth chart so you can see what that looks like. So you've got some interesting arrows. Now, these are called positive arrows. Okay, so where the 3 numbers are present, they're positive arrows. Where they're not present, they can be classed as negative arrows that need curing. It's a bit like in feng shui, where you might have like a corner of the room that's spiky or juts out, and you want to soften it with some nice soft energy. You're curing that energy. In the same works and really applies for the birth charts as well. So if we've got any negative arrows, we can cure them with colors and frequencies and things, energy remedies that can really help to rebalance. Now for you, Laura, you've got the Arrow of Practicality, so you like active participation in life, and you also got the Arrow of Determination, 2 positive arrows. So you've got this persistence in your life to be able to achieve your goals and see your mission through. So you've got lots of strength there, lots of physical strength as well. So you like the practical, you're a doing person. You are, however, somebody who's very creative. You love the home. The home and family is very, very important to you. And actually, you're very intuitive and perfectly balanced intuition and sensitivity. Not as, intuitive with as great a potential for, sort of clairvoyance or things like that, like Zara. But you've got this beautiful, reliable gut instinct and inner guide for being able to have clear and concise spiritual discernment. So it's really good. You're actually a real humanitarian. You're very ambitious. You're very idealistic as well. And actually, how you feel. But again, there is a little bit of a restriction around your verbal self-expression, even though you know how you feel. Sometimes you might struggle a little bit to be able to communicate in words how you're feeling, or to express yourself in the right sort of way. Hello, Malgorzata. My name is Rafal. I think I'm an indigo child. Fantastic. Excellent. I'm sure you are. Now, your indigo, your indigos are pretty, it's pretty easy to sort of tell if you're an indigo. And there's quite a few videos on my YouTube channel where you can actually learn about the crystal children, the rainbow children, and the indigos, whether you're an alpha generation indigo, a beta generation, a delta, a gamma generation indigo, and it'll give you the traits of those as well. So it can help you really understand which wave that you've come in on. It's fascinating. Oh, you're very welcome. I hope to keep in contact as well. Good luck with everything, Zara. Nice to see you. Brilliant. Okay, so there you go. So you've got this lovely 6 energy again, which is your day number, which is Venus. Now, Venus is the planet of love. So in the color mirrors system, Laura, Venus is represented by this bottle here, which is beautiful pink over pink. Now it's Essene energies. The Essenes were like a group of people that incarnated before Jesus Christ was born, and actually a very loving, very highly advanced and caring group of people that existed within near Jerusalem. So it's a beautiful sort of combination of colors, this, which is really about sort of opening your heart. It's about being creative. It's about unconditional self-love and acceptance. Venus, is the planet of love, and it's a very loving energy that comes through from this day number. You've also got a 9, 10, 19, 24, 31, 35, 37. You're also a day number 10. A bit like Zara, you've got this gorgeous wheel of fortune energy, which is your gold, which is your authentic power in your conscious mind. And in your subconscious mind, you've got this lovely olive, which is a soft feminine power. So this is the goddess, the Egyptian goddess that gave birth to the sun. So these two colors are very Egyptian in their energies. So sometimes it's indicative that you might have spent sort of time within ancient Egypt in previous lifetimes. But more than anything, it means that you're a leader. You're a soft feminine leader that's very adaptable, so you can put you into any situation in your life and you'll be able to do well at it. You're not somebody that's a one-trick pony, but you've got a very beautiful feminine power that can't be abused. And when you put that alongside this beautiful pink energy, which is this energy here, then you've got a beautiful, loving, caring leader. All right, so Laura, that's you. You're very practical, very determined. I would say that you'd be good with things like physical things like yoga or qigong, or massage would work really well for you. And yeah, again, you've got this desire to be of service and to help people as well. So hopefully that made sense for you. You're in a 4, a 7, which is 11, 15, 17. You're an 8 in an 8 year this year. So actually this year you're stepping into your independence. More money will be improving for you this year as well, and actually be building solid foundations for the future. You'll be looking at your processes in your life and how things are done in your life. And you're really stepping up into positions of management as well. So you're actually harnessing your own independence and those powers spiritually as well, developing and looking at ways in which you can activate your intuitive powers this year as well. You're very welcome. She said, it really helped me to hear this today. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you as well, Laura. Fantastic. Lovely. Well, I really appreciate you all being here today. Well, I'm going to have a look now at a parfum, because I said I would, and we're going to see how we go with this one. Excellent. Brilliant. So parfum. 24th of the 7th, 1984. Got the 2 4s, you got the 2, you got the 7, the 1, the 8, and the 4. You got the 4, the 2 4s, the 7, the 8, and the 9. Brilliant. Okay, parfum. There you go. You see that? Excellent. So again, you've got this beautiful arrow of practicality. You're another doing person. You like the active participation in life. You're a very practical person, okay? You're very good with your hands. You like the material aspects of life. These 2 4s are material plane, they're your things. You like to have nice things. So, whether that's accumulation of wealth or houses or clothes or cars or whatever it is, you like those things in your life. You do struggle a little bit to communicate. So I'd recommend some rebalancing around your thyroid as well. So, bringing in blue energy around the throat to help you express yourself, because you don't know how you feel. So sometimes you can react to emotional situations instead of responding to them. And actually you're always on the go. You've got the Arrow of Hyperactivity. Well, the Arrow of Activity, actually, it's called. Now, this is where you like to be here, there, doing this, doing that, everywhere. You want to be doing something all the time. And, sometimes it can be a little bit sort of obsessive. And actually, you just need to sometimes just bring it back and just be still and just be silent and just be comfortable in your own space, because this is very somebody who's always on the go. So you're always doing something. You've also got the day number 6, which is a very similar to to the last reading. Now it's this beautiful pink energy, Venus energy in your day number, which is that unconditional self-love. You've got to learn how to love yourself unconditionally. So try and remember something every single day that you love about yourself. It's also very creative. 6 is about the family. It's about spending time at home, enjoying being at home, being creative within the home, and creating a loving space, a very nurturing, loving space. It also brings in a lot of mother energy as well, but there can be suppressed anger, or if you're living negatively, you can fall into the role of the victim and get anxious or frustrated. Those sorts of things can come up if you're living negatively. You're a 9, 10, 18, 19, 22, 29, 31, 31, 35. So you're an 8. A ruling 8 person is Saturn energy. So you are somebody who's, you like processes, you like to know what's coming next. You're somebody who's very organized, you're very independent as well. So I actually feel like you're always kind of on the go, always doing things. You like to do things your own way. You like to be in control as well, but actually a very nurturing, caring person as well. So yeah, you've got this beautiful pink and violet energy that you can work with your life. And but the accumulation of material things will play a part. There's this beautiful energy of love from above that comes through from you as well. But I would say that you maybe need to develop your memory and your imagination, and your creativity as well. So you maybe harnessing those powers would be a really great way of rebalancing and helping you to open your mind, and also with your throat as well, and your throat chakra. That could be really good for you as well. You're in a 4, 11, 12, 13, 17. You're in an 8 this year as well. So again, more 8 energy. Independent again this year. Independence, control, being in control, building foundations for your future. This is old father time, Saturn. So he recognizes that the future is built on solid foundations. So it might be that you're organizing this year, being independent, and laying the building blocks for a more secure future for yourself. Excellent. All right then. So who else have we got? We've got Malgorzata, the 1st of September, and we got Moigan as well. I'm going to have a look at both of yours. Remember, these are just insights, guys. Okay, these are just insights. So these are just skimming the surface of who you really are and what you're here to do. If you want something that's a little bit more detailed, then please get your numerology report for only $39. The handwritten reports these are. That will give you so much information, and it'll make you feel amazing, because you'll finally feel like you fully understand who you are instead of what you perceived yourself to be. All right. So Malgorzata, we've got the 1st of September. September. Okay, it's the 9th, 1992. Okay, so we'll do a quick one here for you as well. 2, 3 9s and a 2. There we go. All right. There you go. This is what one yours looks like. Oh, that's all right, Jules. Nice to see you. I don't know whether you've. Oh no, I'm just finishing your report off today. I'll be sending your report over a bit later on today. Renee, there you go, from Utah. Oh, thank you, Renee. That's really sweet of you to say. Excellent. So we're doing Malgorzatas at the moment. We can see Malgorzata, you've got the 3 9. So you're here to be of service. You'd make a great nurse. You want to help humanity. You're a real humanitarian, a very ambitious humanitarian, very idealistic, very wise. There's a lot of wisdom that comes through in your soul as well. There you go. So Parfum says, it's true all that you say. Thank you so much. Love and blessings. Love your work. High vibes, meditations, and so on. Thank you for everything. I think you're an angel. Oh, well, that's very sweet, Popham. I think you're an angel as well. Remember, straight back at you. There you go. So Jennifer says, do we put our birthdays? Are we getting a reading? It's my first time live with you. Hi, Jennifer. It's really nice to see you. Well, between 9 and 10 o'clock on a Friday, we do live color numerology readings. Okay, so I'm just giving you some insights into your personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, and your soul purpose and things like that. Just some minor sort of insights. If you wanted something that's a little bit more substantial that goes into your birth chart, your name chart, and all the rest of it, then I highly recommend that you get one of the the personalized numerology reports that I prepare, because they're on special during COVID lockdown, only $39. So I'll try and get through a couple more of you today, but obviously we are running over time now as well. So we've got these beautiful arrows as well that you've got. Now this one is called the Arrow of the Inquirer, which is where you can be a little bit skeptical of new concepts until you get your own proof. You've also got the Arrow of Frustration. So this means that for you, you've got difficulties during the early part of your life. So it could have been that your mum and dad's relationship didn't survive. It could have been that there was sibling rivalry or some ill health, or just feeling like you didn't fit in. But this can also manifest as difficulties within relationships within your life as well. You're very sensitive as well. So, again, you've got that intuition, that balanced intuition and balanced communication. But again, you don't know how you feel a lot of the time. So you react to emotional situations. You are a leader. You're a day number 1, which is the sun energy, which brings in leadership. But you do have to watch your ego, so whether that's dominant or passive, just watch how you expressing yourself, because sometimes it can be a little bit fear orientated. You're a 9, 10, 19, 20, 21, 30, 31. So you're a 4. So a ruling number 4 person, you like, again, the material aspects of life. You are very practical. You're a doing person. You like to have material things. And actually, you like practical participation in life. It's Uranus energy, which is yellow over deep turquoise. So with Uranus being the planet of the future, sometimes you have to look at, anything that's, no longer serving you and let go of that. It's about a disruption of old order, and you've got to expect the unexpected. So, we're looking at people, places, situations, events in your life that are no longer resonating with you, so that you can kind of move on and do the work that you're here to do. But you're a very, very caring person who is a leader, but I feel like you'd make a great volunteer. You'd be somebody who, wants to be there to assist and help people. There's a lot of wisdom that comes through with your chart, but difficulties as well that you maybe have had to overcome. Oh, fantastic. So Jennifer, your birthday's in 2 days. Oh, that's excellent. So it's the 2nd of May, 1989. Fantastic. Oh, that's beautiful. We've got Brittany Smith here as well from Sydney, the 1st of the 9th, 1994. And fantastic. And Jules, we've got Renee's here. We've got Muyan as well. All here today. Fantastic. Well, look, thanks so much for coming in and joining me today. And yeah, I certainly appreciate it. It's been a joy sort of just being here with you and offering you these insights. Really fantastic. I am going to have to go now, because obviously we have run slightly over today. I will be back, remember, next Friday between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock Western Standard Time. So please join me for that. And if I haven't managed to get to you today, then I can do some insights for you next week. If not, if you want something more substantial, again, get a numerology report. You might want to join me as well for my numerology course, level 1, on Sunday. This Sunday coming between 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock Western Standard Time, Australia. And that's a Zoom tutorial with a group where I'll be teaching you the steps on how to learn how to do this amazing philosophy and offer it to your clients as well, which is brilliant. If you can't make that for any reason, I'm also offering my self-paced online numerology course for only $19.95. So jump on board that, and that's only for YouTube subscribers during the COVID lockdown period. It'll be going back up to $99 in a few weeks' time. So it's up to you. Have a great day, everybody. Lots of love. Fantastic to see Jules, Jennifer. It's lovely to see Brittany and Renee, all of you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.